Hi, I'm Braden, one of the co-founders here at Range. Range is a set of tools that helps your team stay in sync and feel like a team. There are 3 parts of Range that all work great together: check-ins, objectives, and meetings. I'll show you how each of these work. Let's start with check-ins, which is the best way to run a virtual stand-up for your team. For managers, a daily check-in helps you know what's happening and where people are feeling blocked. And for everyone, checking in is a great way to set your own priorities for the day. I usually start my day in either Slack or email, and if I haven't prepared for my day yet, I'll get a little nudge from Range. I'll click this, and now I'll start planning what I want to work on today. Making a plan from scratch can sometimes feel daunting. Range solves that by integrating with the tools you use, so you don't have to remember everything that's going on. Over here, I can see the tasks that have been assigned to me in Asana or Jira or anything else, and I'd like to get both of these things done today, so I'll add them to my plan, like this. And here's an event from my calendar. This would be useful for my team to know about, so I'll add it to my plan too, and I'll give them some context by writing a quick note. Just taking a minute to plan your day like this, it's a great way to build focus and feel less overwhelmed. Now scrolling down a bit, I'll take a minute to reflect on what I accomplished yesterday. Here's a Google Doc I edited and a pull request I made. They're both here in Range, and I can just drag them over too. Doing a little reflection like this every day, it's a great way to build a log of accomplishments over time. So when you're trying to remember everything that you've done at the end of the quarter, it'll be right here in Range. The last part of preparing for my day is connecting with my team. This is actually what teams love most about Range. Let me show you. I'll answer this question and then reflect on how I'm feeling, which is a little tired. Now, I'll just share my check-in with my team. There, easy. Here's the Range home screen. At the top, I can see how my team is feeling. Now, this is super useful because if anyone isn't feeling well, I can make sure they have support. Now check out this team question from earlier. We put a ton of thought into these. We designed them with professional team coaches, and they help your team get to know each other and build trust over time. Scrolling down a bit, I can see exactly what my team is working on today. I can thank teammates for their work, just like this, and I can read all this here in Range, or read it in Slack if that's easier. So that's how easy it is to run a check-in with Range. When your team checks in, it helps everyone get the information that they need without a bunch of status meetings. And with less meetings, you have more time to focus on your work. The second part of Range is objectives. As your company grows, it gets harder to know what other teams are working on. If other teams have written goals, chances are they're lost in a spreadsheet somewhere and rarely updated. With Range, you can easily see any team's objectives and track their progress. Here's how it works. This is a team page in Range. Now, this is my team, but it could be any team at your whole company. You can see who works on this team and all of their recent activity. Scrolling down a bit, you can see the team's objectives and the status of each one. This is an overview, so let's dig in. Here I can see who owns the goal, how the key results are progressing, and the latest status update on this goal. And here's the clever part. Every goal has a hashtag, which people can use during their daily check-ins. So if I'm curious what's happening with this goal, I can look for mentions of the hashtag. In here, I can see exactly what's happened with this goal, and because of Range's integrations, I have links to where I can learn even more. The best part is, this is all pulled together automatically. That's objectives in Range. It's a great way to build transparency and alignment across all your teams. Now, let's look at meetings. You already know that running a great team meeting is a tough job, and we think you deserve a little help. So we built a meeting facilitation tool into Range. Here's what it looks like. Your recurring meetings probably have some agenda topics that you need to cover every session. You can put those topics over here and then start every meeting with a familiar rhythm. Of course, your Range objectives are right here, so you can review how projects are going. And when you're discussing a topic, let's say an action item comes up, you can record it like this. Now Jen will get a reminder, and in the next meeting together, we'll all be able to see the open action items. And that helps everyone remember the work that still needs to get done. Of course, you can add notes on any topic. When you're done with the meeting, all the notes are sent out automatically. Here's what the notes look like in Slack. It's super useful because anyone who missed the meeting can just read what happened right here. So that's Range. It's thoughtfully designed software for check-ins, objectives, and meetings. Now there's a bunch of great stuff that I didn't have time to talk about, so you should explore that more on your own. So sign into Range right now and see whether it's a good fit for your team. I think you'll really like it. Thanks.